Hi guys, and welcome back to another Schmoedown reaction right here on Dedicated to Art. As usual, I'm your host, Kees Cornelissen, once again joined by Chris Delman for another match in the second round of the Anarchy tournament. Take the Cannoli versus the Harris brothers, previously known as Evil Geniuses. And Chris, this I think is where my bracket busts.
You say that now, but believe it or not, I want to make this perfectly clear. Brianne and Drew are two of the great competitors. I mean, Brianne is arguably one of the most underrated competitors because everyone always like thinks that she doesn't know stuff, but then she'll prove us wrong in a certain match, so like her match against Clark or her
or win the free-for-all.
Or win the free-for-all, exactly. And Drew McWeeny, as terrific and as knowledgeable as that dude is, I think people are underestimating Lon. Really underestimating him. Because the dude lasted almost 10 rounds in the free-for-all this year. Yeah. The dude has only lost one match, and it was on the 5-pointer against Ethan Irwin, which he would have won the match against if he had hit that 5-pointer.
And that also, Irwin needed to score the points record to beat Lon. So, yeah.
So,
people There's an unknown.
There is an unknown, but I have a very odd feeling, though. I genuinely think the Harris brothers might pull this one through, because why else would Lon choose his own brother if his own brother didn't match or possibly even slightly surpass his own knowledge? Maybe.
I don't know about that. I just know that McWeeny is killer when it comes to teams. Singles, like he's really good, of course, but he just has bad luck sometimes. But he's killer in teams, and Brianne actually showed in that first match that she actually can hang with him, make sure that they do get some points. And yeah, as you say, she's a little underrated sometimes. And then you got Lon Harris, who, well, he has been really performing well this year in terms of Schmoedown, only making his debut at the end of last year against, I believe, damn it, I'm forgetting his name.
Cody.
No.
Oh, no, you're right.
He had another match. I'm totally blanking on his name.
Yeah, me too.
But he, the guy he beat in his debut already had a 1-0. Yeah, Bernardin. And Bernardin also, we've seen, is a good competitor. Already was 1-0 at that point. So the fact that Lon beat him, then Cody, then someone else. No. Then he went up against Lon. Against Ethan. Jesus, I'm messing this up. Anyway, he went up against Ethan. And yeah, as I said, Ethan needed to beat the points record to make sure he got that win. So this just shows Lon is a very good competitor. I have no idea about his brother. The thing is, initially, I had Lon and JTE actually winning this match, which could be considered an upset. But then again, JTE is the former team champ, the most successful team champ, and Lon, as we say, is a really good, solid competitor all throughout. So I think that they would have had the edge slightly. Now with Lon's brother, I don't know what to make of this. Just because of the fact that, like, I like to go with the known, the stuff that I know. This is why I say my bracket will be busted, because I know McWeeny and Chandler are that good. That's just my prediction. We'll have to wait and see. So let's just start this match, okay?
Let's do it.
In 3, 2, 1, play. All right.
And your winners, and new movie trivia Schmoedown team champions of the world, by way of knockout, the Shire Wolves.
I was just so happy to see both of them finally get a damn belt.
Get it done there in the title
yes,
match.
Especially Clark, because she's been in this so long.
Champion, and they will be going up against Whitney, Seibold, and George.
Oh, what a match!
What we have here? This marvelous matchup of Miss Movies and the Godfather. Do you hear that sound, Shire Wolves? That's the end of your reign. 4 wins. And this marvelous matchup is coming for you.
They win this entire tournament, but they might just win.
Oh yeah. I think all the teams remaining in this tournament could take it from the Shire Wolves.
And his many cats. His teammate, however, JTE, a guy no stranger to not only the white-hot spotlight of the Schmoedown, but the playoff format in general that we've done here for a number of years. And Joe!
Wild berries.
Wild berries.
So basically, he was trying to like make these teams to make him available to get to the belt. I think he might have created maybe another championship run here. I really feel like we have a chance to go to the top.
JTE, Little Evil, is done for the year due to an accident. Right. He's been replaced by Lon's brother Jonathan, and their team name are the Harris brothers.
Oh, right. He has been on movie or TV fights.
What kind of awesome costume is she going to come out in today?
I don't know, but I know that I can't wait to see it.
Same.
Awesome graphic.
As always.
Welcome back to Schmoedown. It is the last of the quarterfinals for the Ultimate Schmoedown RNT on Christian.
The last?
I am Marc Ellis and Christian. We're a pretty good couple.
I think they might have shot this one after
the winner of this quarterfinal
corruption.
match between the Harris brothers.
I just hope there's no spoiler.
The Harris brothers versus Take the Cannoli. I know Take the Cannoli, Drew McWeeny, Brianne Chandler, Miss Movies herself. The Harris brothers. What's the story behind that? Because at last I heard, it was JTE and Lon Harris as the evil geniuses.
Well, I'll tell you what, the whole thing got thrown in. If you looked at the preview special, they were my pick to win. I thought that the evil geniuses of JTE and Lon Harris were going to take this.
You did say that.
Well, that got thrown out the window when JTE got himself on one of those stupid bird scooters. I hate those.
You're not a fan of that? I find them to provide a nice public
service.
Well, they also provided a hospital bill for JTE because he got
literally
injured from it. He's not able to compete.
Get well soon. Contribute to the GoFundMe.
Lon Harris reaches out
yes,
and
JTE,
gets his brother,
please.
another professor, to
Speed
go
recovery,
ahead and
dude.
compete against the Harris
please.
brothers. Now, I don't know anything about John. I don't know.
His name's John.
Lon
and John.
Yeah.
You gotta love that family sense of humor.
I want you to let me smack talk you sometime.
I don't know anything about John at all. If he's good, we're going to find out.
And then of course you can smack talk me right back.
But they're going up against Take the Cannoli with Brianne Chandler and Drew McWeeny, who had arguably the best performance of round number 1, scoring 35 points, tying the record previously held by above the line and top 10, and they are now
top 10 at 34.
No, they had 35 against top that.
But if John Harris is a great player, Take the Cannoli could be in trouble.
Hard to put it all on his shoulders, but you speak the truth, my man. We've seen last-minute
and then
thrown into a Schmoedown, and it doesn't fare that well most of the time, especially if you're looking at a playoff format. You look at the Star Wars match we had when Alex Damon comes in. It's unfortunate. I mean, I know Alex was thinking he was going up against Sam Whitwer here. Take the Cannoli is going to be the same mindset where they want to show no mercy. Is Lonathan and Jonathan going to be any match for Brianne and Drew? We're about to find out.
We will, and we're going to hear from what the brothers said.
I love you.
Oh, I'm feeling so good about this marvelous matchup.
Of
We're
course.
already in round 2. No, round 1, they
do like
tied.
Marquis on the mic.
These two
She's good.
tied the top score of 35 points. Can you
she's having
look at
the
this?
most fun
Good
with
afternoon,
it.
students. So, as many of you may have already heard by now, my esteemed partner in crime, Mr. Josh Tapia, a man who was doing all of his assigned reading, was working diligently to become more of an academic presence here in the Schmoedown. Unfortunately, he did not take all of my advice not to ride around on improvised, experimental, motorized transit. Unfortunately, struck down in his prime, Mr. Tapia, will no longer be able to join us here.
We don't have any JTE, unfortunately. How do you feel about this, champion?
I'm a little bummed. I wanted some JTE, but we wish him well, and we know Sneider's still out there
McWeeny and JTE have a lot of history.
Be just as good.
And you may be wondering who my new consort is here for the tournament. My new partner. We're lucky enough to be joined by a visiting professor, a poet, a philosopher, a great man, my own brother, visiting professor Jonathan Harris.
Thank you. I've been taking a sabbatical of several months, and I thought I would come by and help you in your little trivia game.
The hard part about today is that, yes, Lon Harris is a formidable contender. He knows what he brings a lot of knowledge to the table. He's a good fighter. He knows the game.
Yeah, you're ready.
His brother's a wild card. Like, this is a crazy thing to walk in, and you don't know who that other person is or what they're going to be like. That's a little harder to compete with.
Drew, Brianne, I respect you both greatly as competitors, but I do think your knowledge of the cinematic arts will fail, and you will fall at the end of this, much like Thelma and Louise at the end of their great journey.
You're a greater man than I am, Gunga Din, and I just want to finish by saying that I predict the Harris brothers are going to take not only this entire tournament, but soon find ourselves at the very summit, the peak of the Schmoedown, because this is, when it comes down to it, an academic challenge, an academic decathlon of cinema, if you will, and who else to sit atop the championship but two academics?
The finals will be in Oxford, I'm told?
Cambridge, and then Oxford.
What do you think about it, Brianne? What do you think about it? What do you think about it?
Oh my goodness. I think it's an advantage and a disadvantage since we have played together, but then also the disadvantage of not knowing what's going to be coming for us. So, excited, nervous, puked earlier, so I'm good.
What?
Hey!
Okay.
Look, Marquia McCarty has more energy than anybody in this entire
She's
studio.
ready to go.
She is super excited.
You think?
As she should be. This is a team that scored 35 points. She sees a winner in them. She sees the next champions, and they are pretty confident. Both Drew and Brianne together, they look like they have a really good chemistry. Then you go to the Harris brothers, who seem to be obviously cut from the same cloth.
They know each other. They actually are cut from the same cloth.
They are cut from the same cloth. And because they have the same type of, not arrogance, but the same type of confidence. Now, that's why I said earlier, we know Lon Harris is one of the elite players. You go back to that match that he had against Ethan Irwin, and the guy is a top-tier player. That's why I'm saying that if his brother is as good, this is going to be a very, very good team and somebody to look out for. But like you said, it's just a matter of, for your first match to get thrown into a quarterfinal match in your debut. Brian Bishop had a tough time getting thrown into a title match. You mentioned Bruce Green getting thrown into a title match. So will it affect John? We're going to find out today.
And what I liked is that watching those pre-match interviews, it did not affect his stage presence. And I mean, he is ready to go. The Harris brothers taking on Take the Cannoli, which of course is a famous quote from the hit Jay Moore spoof Mafia. Christian, tell us what the tail of the tape is.
Well, the tail of the tape, the Harris brothers will carry over that one victory from the Evil Geniuses. They will get that victory, and they are 1-0 coming into this thing. Their strengths are
still action movies?
No, it just says novels, and syllabus. That's all it says.
I don't know that we have those wedges on the wheel. Going to be interesting to see.
And then you get Take the Cannoli, 80s movies, musicals, and entrances for days.
Italian cuisine for sure. I feel pretty ready, pretty enthused.
All right, if that's the case, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Ooh, that mic is loud.
Mic is hot.
Introducing first.
There we go.
With a record of 1 win, no defeats, and 1 knockout. Give it up for Lon and John, the Harris brothers.
Chris, you're having way too much fun with this.
I used to do this entire rap.
I'm not happy. John seems Lon Harris, pipe in mouth, ready to go. This team looks formidable.
And their opponents, led to the ring by their manager, Marquia McCarty. with a record of 1 win, no defeats. The
No,
2018
no,
Free-For-All winner, Brianne Chandler, and the former Movie Trivia Schmoedown team champion, the Godfather, Drew McWeeny, take the Cannoli! Oh yeah, I like that. Oh, Logan, I like that. Oh, I like that. Yo, I like that. I love this. Brianne Chandler getting Drew McWeeny to play, and I love it.
I love it. That is a fucking entrance.
Look at Drew, all dressed up. This is amazing.
Yeah, ready to go.
Yeah.
We don't know if that's his blood, that's somebody else's blood. If Brianne might have scratched him by accident.
Sam Levine was lucky enough to get a smile out of him. She got a full costume.
Yeah, wow. Very, very incredible entrances.
That was worth it.
All right, so our competitors have hit the table. Marc.
I apologize for people watching and watching me yawn because I am tired. It's late for me when we're recording this. My apologies for that.
That's the field. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for
I
missing
apologize
a
for
question.
everybody who's
There is
playing
no
guitar and they
stealing
didn't
in
want me
round
to,
one.
but
as soon as we
too bad.
Or hear
question,
you
please
rapping.
write down your best attempt
But
at
that's
an answer
okay.
on the whiteboard in front of you.
Well, at
Keep in
least I
mind,
have
although
decent
this
flow.
is the team format, you are not allowed to
Well, like I
rely
say
on
for
your
most rappers
teammates'
these days.
knowledge in round number 1. This is an individual exercise,
Burn.
although each point you accrue will be added to your team's total. Each team has 3 usages of the JTE Get Well Soon rule. If you're not sure you heard a question, need to hear it again, or you just need to buy yourself some time,
Yes,
use the
please, get well
JTE
soon.
rule. Each team also has 1 challenge to use throughout the duration of the match.
All right, so with that, the Harris brothers, are you ready?
Very ready.
May I have a quill?
No, you may not.
I like this.
I
kid.
like him, though.
I like it better than Lon.
And
How dare you?
take the cannoli. Are you ready?
We are.
Stick around, because after this, we're doing a Fish Called Wanda remake.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown!
All right. Crowd's into it. Christian, why don't you kick off?
Here we go. All right, here we go. The first category is from the realm of comic book movies.
Okay.
In Avengers: Age of Ultron, who gives Scarlet Witch a motivational speech that convinces her to fight in the Battle of Sokovia?
I don't think you disagree with this.
Underrated
Two
movie.
of us. Who's
Yes.
given more motivational speeches to each other? I'd say I've given you.
Oh, geez, you don't have to write the whole name, Case.
5.
Yeah, I do.
Every day you want to quit and go to Hawaii.
2. That's what I was going to tell you after this match. 1.
Come on,
Hands
Rock.
down.
Hawkeye,
Hawkeye.
aka Clint Barton.
That is correct. Drew.
I believe it is also Hawkeye.
John.
I have written Hawkeye.
You have. And
I
Brianne?
put Vision.
Okay, so the Harris brothers going up by 1 point there, 2-1. As the Harris brothers get it correct, Drew gets it correct.
That's
Great,
right.
next question.
Hawkeye Clinton Barton, useless as he may be in the Avengers movies, comes to play
Good
for the Harris
speeches.
brothers. Your next category is the world of comedies, yucks, funnies. Your question is, what actor plays Steve Stifler in the American Pie series?
Oh shit, why am I... Ah, there we go, Jesus.
Reminds me of my friend Naveed McElwain. This everybody knows. 5, unfortunately. 4, a Stifler. 3, 2, 1, Drew.
Sean William Scott.
That is correct. John.
Well done.
I have written his birth name, Michael Williams.
Correct.
Sean William Scott.
Yes, and Lon.
I also had Sean William Scott.
All right,
Tie
tie
game.
game here. Tie game 3-3.
All right,
This
it's
is
3 back to
interesting.
you,
As
Chris.
John misses that one. All right, here we go. Next question. Dramas. Dramas. Who was Paul Newman's co-lead playing Minnesota Fats in The Hustler?
I do like that.
This is
Minnesota Fats?
Yes,
Great.
it is.
You come. Where are you from? But you claim Florida, New York. What do we say? Hey, here comes
5.
New York Chubby.
4. What are you trying to say? I had 3 pieces of pizza. 2.
I'll repeat the question.
Yep. Who was Paul Newman's co-lead playing Minnesota Fats in The Hustler?
I'll come walking in there. Here comes the Virginia Tub.
5,
Thank you, honeymooners.
No,
3,
no
2,
clue.
1.
Jackie
Jonathan.
Gleason.
Drats, I was thinking of a fat Minnesotan I know named Clive Earl.
That is incorrect.
Is it Brennan Gleeson?
That is incorrect.
Fuck you!
Jackie Gleason.
Jackie
I'm just kidding.
Gleason.
Correct.
That's funny.
Would be
I like
Jackie
that.
Jackie Gleason. So
I got the
Lon.
Gleason.
So I believe
The
Wrong Gleason.
Lon and Drew have not missed yet.
You also have not
Minneapolis
missed yet.
load, Mark.
Perfect rounds.
I'm not going to push
And
my
as we
luck.
get to the halfway point in round number 1, your next category comes from the world of animated movies, drawn by hand or on a computer. The question is, Bruce Campbell voices the character of Mayor Shelbourne, the
This movie
gluttonous
sucks,
and
but I know
egotistical
it.
mayor of Swallow Falls, in what animated film? I'm going to say a quote. You name the movie. Now we can watch Jackie Gleason while we eat. Back to the Future.
It's from Back to the Future.
Yes. 5.
No points are awarded.
4.
Unfamiliar.
3.
No.
2.
No.
1. Pens down.
Shit.
Cloudy with a chance.
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Oh.
I put Rango.
Correct. Drew.
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
And John.
I thought it was the classic Megamind.
All right.
That is a classic.
6-4. Cannoli going back on top here. 6-4.
McWeeny and Chandler both have children. I wonder if that factored into their knowledge of that question.
Drew is only one
I've only
perfect.
seen it 17 times.
Next question. Fantasy
Poor
sci-fi.
woman.
Fantasy sci-fi.
Hey, people like
Freddie
it.
Highmore played which role in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Why do you get mad at me when I ask you that question? You answered Back to the Future. Challenge you. I mean, I'm not broke. I've seen the movie more than once. 5.
Don't overthink it.
4.
You
3,
never missed a shot.
No. 2. 1.
I don't know.
Hands down, please. Lon.
Charlie
I believe
Bucket.
he was the main role of
Oh.
Charlie Bucket.
Correct. Drew.
I have his last name wrong. I got Charlie Button.
I wouldn't take that.
Oh, I didn't know we were looking for last names. Oh, well.
Yeah, but if you had said Charlie, you would be correct.
First of all, here's if it would have just been Charlie, we would have accepted.
I should have just written that.
But you said
I just
Button.
wrote Charlie.
That's correct.
I wrote
Yeah,
Charlie.
exactly.
Correct. All right. So
I didn't have that.
Cannoli,
God damn it.
7-6.
Different,
Cannoli.
it's a different person.
The Harris brothers coming to play. The next question.
And I've seen
comes
that
from
garbage.
Movie release dates. Oh, God. These are dates movies were released in. And your question is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
I already know it.
Splash. Romancing the Stone. And
I got it on
Starfighter
Indiana
were all
Jones. Oh, come on.
released in what year?
I would have gotten that.
Good years to movie with this.
Jesus.
I can list 10.
Also would have had it on Romancing the Stone. Not sure I'm splashing on Last Starfighter.
2, 1. Pens down.
1984.
Be 1984.
Yes. John.
The Orwellian Nightmare, 1984.
Yes. Brianne.
1984.
I also got 1984.
Everybody
I
got
hear
it.
it's a good
Hey, good
album
job,
as
everyone.
well, full of rock and roll music.
I like it. Okay, here we go, guys. 2 more questions left in this round. 9-8.
How many?
Horror/thriller. Horror/thriller.
Come on.
Which 1996 horror film was directed by Peter Jackson?
Oh shit. I've
Yes.
heard of
Yes.
I've heard of it, but I'm blanking on it.
5,
Damn it.
4,
Thank you, Matthew.
3, 2, 1.
No.
Pens down. John.
The Frighteners.
The Frighteners.
That's
Alright.
correct. Brianne.
I'm just embarrassed by my answer, so I'm not showing it.
It was The Frighteners.
That is correct.
The Frighteners.
Got it. Okay.
Did
Tie
we
game
get
again.
the Lord of the Rings
There we
film?
go.
We'll never know.
All right. 10-10. Tie game.
This is getting
Last
interesting.
question.
Last question is a Patreon question. It is sponsored by our patron, John Patterson. John Patterson, thank
you, John.
for joining the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon.
What we
If you're not
got?
a member of the Patreon yet, become a patron today. Select
Wow,
which
just give me
tier is
something
right for you.
like
Maybe one day we'll
Spielberg
say
or
your
war
name like
movies
we just
again.
did. John Patterson. Now, Christian John Patterson, big scores and soundtracks guy.
Okay.
That's the category he wants to choose from today. Final question in round 1, courtesy of Mr. Patterson. Who composed the score for 2017's The Shape of Water?
Awesome
Big,
score.
score guy.
You had that one?
This one over
In the chamber?
Yeah.
I
5,
know it's the right spelling, but
4,
They'll accept it, I think.
2.
Yes.
Yeah, you would. Playing at home. 1.
Alexander
Alexander
Desplat.
Desplat.
Incorrect. Lon.
And I'm not 100% positive how to pronounce the gentleman's name. Alexander Desplat.
Correct.
You got a perfect round.
Hey!
All right.
I did.
Jonathan.
It's what happens when you
And I
play
got
the Great
4.
Escape. Alexandre Desplat.
Wow, a 2-point lead by the Harris brothers.
Wow.
Jonathan, a little bit of a rough
Yes.
start. Comes back strong in that
Okay.
second half.
That's good.
Harris
That's
brothers
good
up
stuff.
by 2
Love it.
here.
That's crazy. Is that
Crazy.
score even right? I mean, you looked up and Cannoli was
Yeah.
up by 2. You thought they were going to run away with this thing. And then we had a Charlie Button, Charlie Bucket issue. And now all of a sudden the Harris
just
brothers
put
have
Charlie.
taken the ball and run with it to the tune of a 2-point
yes.
lead going into round
That's true.
2.
2-point
True,
lead
you
round 2.
sadly have
like
only
you
yourself
said,
to blame for
Marc,
that one.
This is a battle already.
is true.
It's going back and forth just in the first round. How does round number
Now
2
this is
work?
getting tense.
Round number 2 is known as the Wheel Round, the Wheel of Fate, Doom, and for one team, Justice. And today's wheel is sponsored by a member of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon, and that sponsor is Josh Gofton, sponsoring the
What?
whole darn
Wheel
wheel
slice.
today. Thank you, Josh Gofton. His wheel slices for today's match are Stanley Kubrick movies
Oh,
and
nice.
thriller movies. He likes tingling the spine that Josh Gofton does. Thank
Well
you,
done,
Josh.
sir.
And one wheel
Classy.
slice in addition to that is a sponsored slice, and that would be the Samuel L. Jackson slice. So if somebody hits Samuel L. Jackson,
we'll say your name. Now, how do we get up to that wheel? Simple. I'll tell you. Each team gets one spin at it. If you're not sure of the category that you spun, you're not entirely confident in your ability to answer 6 questions from that category, you can spin again, unless, of course, it is opponent's choice. We also have spinner's choice up there on the wheel. Each category does feature 6 questions. Like I said, each question is worth 2 points. You are allowed to consult with your teammate in this round. If you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer, and at that point, the value of the question goes down to 1 point. Remember, both teams, stealing is in play here. You can steal from your opponents if they miss the question. And Christian, I believe I'm done talking, so you can wake back up.
Well, the Harris brothers have all 3 of their JTE rules left, and Cannoli has 2 left. As we get in here, the Harris brothers, you're in the lead. Would you like to spin first or second?
I believe we'll spin first.
You're going to spin first? Okay, go ahead and spin
first.
Please spin from the wheel, not the peg. Please spin from the wheel.
Please spin
the wheel,
from the
not
peg.
the peg.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Here we go.
I find
No, don't be a dick.
It works.
Really reiterates it.
All right.
Maybe he doesn't have to. He's the older brother.
I do not play childish games like wheel spinning.
Robbery there, and Jess passing opponent's choice. This could be Samuel Jackson.
It is.
Sam Jackson.
I think we can take it.
They're going to take
Samuel Jackson.
Ballsy.
It is the
That's a
Patreon
big
slice,
filmography.
like I said,
That's
so
true.
thank you to Dan Streetbeck. Dan
Thank you, Dan.
Streetbeck sponsoring that
Thank
Samuel
you,
L.
Dan.
Jackson slice. Thank you, Dan. And Josh Gopton for the entire wheel.
All right, guys, so you're going to have 6 questions in the realm of Samuel L. Jackson movies. Here we go, starting that out. All right, first one. Samuel L. Jackson played American entrepreneur George Washington Williams in this 2016 adventure film.
Oh.
He sounds so familiar.
3,
Yes,
2, 1. That's
We'll guess.
Oh,
Your time's up, yeah.
For the steal.
We should have said.
No.
We don't know.
You
We
don't
got
know.
nothing. Nobody even wants to guess.
No.
The
No, we're not.
Legend of Tarzan.
Oh!
So
That's an incredibly forgettable movie.
Can you repeat it?
Before time runs out.
If
I understand.
time runs out, you can't
You
take
do
it.
not lose
You can
points
ask for, you can
for
ask
a
for
missed
multiple
answer.
choice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here we go. Next one.
We do or do not lose points for this.
We don't.
I would never.
All right, here we go. Samuel L. Jackson starred with Hayden Christensen and Rachel Bilson in
Jumper.
this Doug Liman.
Jumper, yeah. Not a very good movie.
But damn, is it a fun one if you just think of it as Mace Windu's Revenge.
Yeah, we'll do multiple choice.
Is it A, The Spirit, B, Equilibrium,
Nope.
C, Jumper,
Yep.
D, Paycheck?
Nope. Oh, God, Paycheck. Aaron
Jumper?
1 point.
All right, they extend their lead to 3. 4 questions left.
All right, here we go. Samuel L. Jackson won a BAFTA for Best Supporting Actor and was nominated for an
Pulp
Academy
Fiction.
Award for which film?
There's only one.
Yeah, Pulp.
5, 4, 3.
Multiple choice.
A, Coach
Oh,
Carter.
God!
B, Pulp Fiction.
Come on!
C, Django Unchained. D, The Negotiator.
Pulp Fiction.
For 1 point.
Jeez.
All right, using a lot of multiple choice here on a wedge that they did select. They could have spun again.
Here's number 4.
Should have spun
In
again.
which film does Samuel L. Jackson get eaten by a shark?
Deep
Oh.
Deep Blue Sea.
2 points.
We were looking for Jaws.
That one.
Question.
Oh, is that not? I had a different answer.
Yeah, different.
Pardon
We're
me.
looking for Live and Let Die.
Question 5. Here we go. In Kingsman: The Secret Service, Sam Jackson's
McDonald's.
Valentine feeds Harry a meal
McDonald's.
from which fast food chain?
I think we should go for multiple choices. I have not seen the film.
We'll go multiple choice.
A, KFC. B, McDonald's. C, Taco Bell. D,
How have you
Burger
not seen this? This movie is awesome.
I think I'm gonna guess Taco Bell.
It's incorrect.
McDonald's.
That's correct for 1 point.
Okay,
Damn it.
Cannoli with a steal. 5-point game here. Harris Brothers still in the lead. 1 question left for them.
All right, here you go.
Damn,
This is
this is not going well.
the last
Oh, boy.
question.
He's actually been in a number of fine films.
Sorry, Case. I was rooting for you.
There is one
Yes.
where he crosses a lane with Ben Affleck, I believe. Academy Award winner Ben Affleck.
All right, here we go.
I'm telling you, John's better than Lon.
Who plays Samuel L. Jackson's co-lead in the film Black Snake?
Kathy
Moan?
Bates.
Christina Ricci.
Oh.
Christina Ricci.
2 points.
Right.
That's a big 2 points.
2 points.
I'm messing up my Family Guy jokes.
How do you feel about it? You read them, I was counting.
All right, Drew, once again, please spin from the wheel and not the peg.
Yeah, it's something dark side.
Magic touch.
This is Black Snake Moan. Once upon a time, Christina Ricci was old.
But he's been bloodied and battered, so look at him. He is a shell of a man. He needs medical attention, yet he continues to play through it.
He might be the best person to ever spin the wheel.
Oh, no.
No opponent's choice. This could be spinner's
Oh, my
choice,
God.
Christian.
Oh, my God.
Action adventure.
Action adventure.
Okay.
Action
We're
adventure.
okay.
They take it in honor
We're
of
fine
the fallen
here
evil
now.
genius, Little Evil. They
One
will
more
not.
time.
Nope.
They will not.
No honor.
Spin it one more time.
We'll see how this goes.
He's too good at spinning that wheel.
Spin by Drew.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
See if it pays
I am
off.
scared.
Have to
I am
take it.
Frankie
frightened.
numbers stats on how many times
And
Drew has hit something fierce.
fuck you
I gotta
now.
watch Frankie Numbers do the research
Oh, no.
on that. But this could be opponent's choice.
Wait.
It's going away.
Oh, no!
I told you. He has the magic touch.
You did say 80s movie.
He's got the magic touch.
No. No.
It's crazy.
It's
The answer
rigged.
to every
It's
question
rigged.
should be
Ah.
Vin Vendors.
Are you
Here in the
kidding
studio
me?
audience today are shouting that it's fixed. It's not fixed. He's just that damn good with his index finger and his thumb, kids. All right, take the cannoli. You have spun 80s
There, Case.
movies
Come
based
join
on
my
the
pain.
amazing spinning
Come enjoy
acumen
my
of
pain.
Drew McWeeny. Drew and Brianne, 6 questions in this slate, and we kick it
Well,
off
watch.
with
Maybe they'll mess up.
who plays Jester in the classic Top Gun?
Tom Skerritt.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Rick Rossovich?
That is incorrect for the steal.
It's Tim Robbins.
That is incorrect looking for Michael Ironside.
Oh! I thought.
Jester is
Oh,
dead,
Viper
so
is
next
Tom Skerritt.
question,
Then
nobody
Jester's
gets
my-
the points.
Lon bummed. He knew how big that
Crazy.
steal was.
That could have been big, but they still have a 7-point advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
5
there's-
questions to
that would've
go
been
in the world of
huge.
1980s.
10
Your next
points.
question is, who plays Duke, the dog-faced boy, in Big Top Pee-wee?
Is Drew actually getting stumped by these questions, or is he pulling a Ben Bateman?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Doug Jones,
Jesus
B,
Christ.
Kevin Peter Hall, C, Benicio del Toro,
Lord Al?
or D, Weird Al Yankovic?
Let's see. It's Benicio del Toro.
It certainly is
1
for a
point.
point.
Yeah.
He's that weird guy on Canto Bite. Our next question is who directed 1982
You should know this.
animated film The Secret
This is
of
Don
Nim?
Bluth, right?
Don Bluth.
2
It
points.
is Don Bluth for 2 more points.
It's my favorite
And the
anime film of all
crowd
time.
seeming to
Really?
woo, and then it all went away.
That's high praise.
All right, your next question. Your 4th in this round. In which Jean-Claude Van Damme movie does he play the real-life fighter Frank Dux?
Fuck this. I don't know.
5,
Multiple choice.
4.
I might know it.
3.
Multiple
2.
choice.
Is it A, Kickboxer, B, Bloodsport, C, Black Eagle, or D, No Retreat, No Surrender?
I'm going to go with A.
You're going to be wrong for the
Give
steal.
us choices.
Is it A, Kickboxer, B, Bloodsport, C, Black Eagle, or D, No Retreat, No Surrender?
It's B, Bloodsport.
It is, in
1
fact,
point.
B,
Kumite.
Yes.
Kumite.
Okay.
It's a big steal because now that
We're still
guarantees
alive.
the Harris brothers
Yeah.
going into round 3 will have a lead of some
yes.
sort.
Holy
For
shit.
the next question for Take the Cannoli, the penultimate question in this round, in the
Oh, my
1987
God.
film Inner Space, whose body did Dennis Quaid's pod get injected into?
Martin Short.
It was Martin Short for
Damn
2
it.
points. It's a 3-point game. They can go within 1, and they don't need multiple choice.
Last question here.
Jesus.
Oh,
All right. Your last question.
this is nuts.
In the 1984 classic Ghostbusters, after Rick Moranis' character Louis Tully is possessed, what
Zool.
is he seeking?
Oh,
Do you mean who is he seeking?
Oh,
Who
what?
is he seeking?
Yeah, what is Zool?
Okay, the gatekeeper.
He is seeking the
Oh, the
gatekeeper.
gatekeeper.
Yes.
2 points, and like I said, they
Mix
could
you
have
up
pulled
on
within
key.
1.
Isn't the
They
gatekeeper
did
called
not
Zool?
need multiple choice.
Yeah.
They've clearly seen Ghostbusters
I was
multiple
right.
times, and it's
Awesome.
merely a 1-point advantage for the Harris brothers getting into round number 3.
Wow, what a game so far. 1 point as the Harris brothers go into the 3rd round with a
I'm
1-point
gonna have a
lead
heart
over
attack.
Take the Cannoli. Mark, round number 3 is the do or die round. How does it work?
Unless we get to sudden death, my right partner,
Lord.
nobody wants that today. We are very exhausted here. In round round number 3, each team is going to give us a series of numbers. They can range from 1
my God.
to 20.
Cannot take this.
You'll be giving us your numbers first. Each one of those numbers correspond to a different category
as much as I
of
kind of want sudden death,
trivia.
no,
The first
today.
question we ask is worth 2 points.
It's going to be kind of impossible
and then it's
to
up
get
to the
sudden
team to
death.
decide
Actually, pretty
which
easy.
member is going to
But
answer
yeah, okay.
that one individually. You may not
One has to
consult with your
miss
teammate
the
for
2-pointer, the other miss the 3-pointer, and then you get sudden death. I know, but I don't want it.
Only consult with your teammate for the
done.
5-point question. And we go to the Harris brothers for
I'm
your
panicking.
3 numbers.
Yes, sir. 3 numbers.
I will go with 4, 7, and 11.
4, 7, and
7,
11.
11.
The Harris brothers take the
7 and
cannoli.
11. The crowd indifferent.
Take the cannoli.
All right. 1, 5, 2.
1, 5, and 2. But take the
Interesting way to
cannoli.
count.
Okay.
And take the cannoli will be going first. They will be going first. They go with
Category F.
number 1. Category number 1. Here we go. Modern classics. Who's going to take
Brianne.
Modern
I'll
Classics?
take it.
All right, modern classics. Here you go. All right. In No Country for Old Men, who plays Lewin Moss, the man who stumbles across
Josh
a
Brolin.
briefcase full of money from a drug deal gone bad?
Oh no.
5.
Josh Brolin.
2 points.
Damn.
She hits it. 2019. She hits it. And now we bounce over to the Harris brothers, who chose number 4.
They chose number 4, numero cuatro, or as Bono would say for some reason, 14. And that number corresponds to the
14.
world of Tom Cruise. The wild, wonderful, great-smiled world of Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, yeah.
And your question for 2
Oh,
points.
boy.
In which film does Cruise play a character named
Mission Impossible. Come on.
That would be in all of the Mission Impossible films.
Yes, that any of those are correct. And he gets the 2 points.
Okay.
And now
Okay,
it's
those were
21
easy
to
2-pointers, so
it
that
goes
makes
back to
sense. That's
take
okay.
Who found the briefcase with the money in it in the third one?
Yeah. All right, here we go. Here we go for the back to take the cannoli for their 3-pointer.
Right.
Drew, you have Denzel Washington movies. All right, here
Remember
we go.
the Titans?
Who played Denzel's wife in Training Day?
Eva Mendes.
Oh.
I don't have
No!
I'm gonna guess 4.
Oh my God.
2, 1. Looking for Eva Mendes.
Oh
Eva Mendes.
I wouldn't have got it.
All right, so now we
Oh, the
stay with
5-pointer.
Take the cannoli.
Oh, can I take this?
If they're 5,
Oh.
If they're 5, it bounces back to the Harris brothers. However, if they miss, the Harris brothers will go on to face the odd couple in the next round. Here we go, guys. So category number 2. Category number 2 is coming of age films.
Coming of age.
Coming of age. You have 2 JTE rules left. Coming of age. Take the
probably
cannoli.
know it.
Here we go.
Yeah, probably.
For 5 points. Why was Andrew, played by Emilio Estevez, in detention in The Breakfast Club?
Oh, come on.
Oh, he
taping your guys' butt cheeks together.
Yeah.
5 points. There you
Yeah.
go. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
there it was.
Okay.
Deservedly
Harris
so,
Brothers
might
needs
add.
to hit the
Now we have
5-pointer.
3-pointer
3-pointer doesn't matter at this
Harris
point. It's just a
chose
5-pointer.
number 7.
Oh
That's
my
right. That's
fucking
going to
God.
correspond to action adventure, and that is going to be answered by
Lon.
the lesser of the Harris brothers, Lon.
Now I accept it. I wasn't ready at the beginning of the match, but now I accept it.
I pulled Ethan Hunt out of that.
True.
All right, Lon, your question for 3 points. In the Poseidon Adventure, the ship is struck by a tidal wave during what holiday
Christmas?
celebration?
New Year's Eve.
Oh, right.
I want to say it's a New Year's celebration.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
Then we'll give you 3 points.
Nice.
Right.
Okay.
Doesn't
But
matter.
it goes down to the fucking 5-pointer.
Oh,
no.
25,
I can't take
24.
this.
So here we are. If the Harris brothers get this 5-pointer, they advance. If they don't, take the cannoli will advance. Whoever wins will play the odd couple in the semifinals.
Either way, I
Here
can't be mad about the end
final
result.
question.
Brother versus Cannoli.
Is that
What
a
a matchup.
25-24 or
You selected number
25-29?
11. And the Mark Rippon number corresponds up here to the category of Pixar movie.
Oh, they're screwed.
Oh,
they're screwed.
They're not good with animated?
They're screwed.
The question is, Who voiced Slinky the dog in 1995's Toy Story?
Jim Varney.
And your winners! Advance!
Wow.
Wow.
Lon Harris.
Holy shit. That is amazing.
Wow. Just an unbelievable performance by both Harris brothers. Lon and John really complimenting each other well. It seemed like they both knew that last question in the world of Pixar. Maybe they were raised on simplistic cartoons. And for Take the Cannoli, a hell of a performance. I mean, 25 points are on the board. It's just that the Harris brothers were too much for
That was
today.
a back and forth battle. First round, second round.
What a match.
Told you.
What a great
I told you.
that was.
And you doubted me. I told you.
Wrapping it out. And the Harris
I
brothers
don't know how
advancing,
much
and now
fucking
will
lives.
face Andreyko and Sneider. I don't think a lot of us saw that coming because
I did.
McWeeny and Chandler played so good in that first round. And man, so yeah, that was baffling. Lon and John came to play. Now we're going to talk to Jen Sturger, who's with both the Harris brothers and Take the Cannoli. Here we go.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here with Take the Cannoli. Guys, I don't know if you're stunned, but personally, I'm stunned. This room is stunned. After your 35 points in your last match, I think we were all expecting you guys to just come out, but you guys had tough questions today. How are you feeling after this, Marquia?
I'm proud of them. I am so
I would be
proud
too.
of these two of my clients of this marvelous matchup because, oh my God, did you know the director of The Secret of Nymph? Because I didn't. Did you know off the top of your head?
I did.
This guy did. I mean, some of those questions, it seemed like the other team got a whole lot of softball questions to me. I'm proud of what they did, but I'm even more proud of this team right here. I can't wait to see this one do some singles competition too.
Oof, I know.
We've seen that.
It's a little weird though because you did hit 80s, and we know it's your strength, but it's almost like people hitting their strengths lately. We had Riley, we had Guy. It's like their strengths are just getting smaller and smaller and smaller.
Well, they're deep cuts, and it's funny because sometimes your knowledge can work against you. When they started to ask me the question about Big Top Pee Wee, my brain immediately went to Dog-Faced Boy, Freaked, Keanu Reeves, and then I couldn't back off of that because I had the other celebrity that's played a dog-faced boy. So that happens. Like sometimes you have so much in your head that it gets tangled coming out. So I certainly think that the deep knowledge helps, but it's not always the key.
Absolutely. And Brianne, I saw you shaking your head after you guys missed that one steal. I could tell like it was right there and you just couldn't come up with it. What's next for you guys? Brianne, you've done such an amazing job running our Patreon. I mean, are you going to keep competing? Can we see you around here? I mean, obviously,
this could definitely be a team going on.
I feel like this year is finished, right? Because it's the tournament, the singles tournament, then we get to spectacular. So I don't think you're going to see me doing the competing right, anytime soon. I would think.
But you are coming back because I can say, having been in this tournament for a while and having competed both against and with several people, you better be back because this went really well.
No,
Brianne,
so
we need you. We need you.
So let's bring this up, though. You say this collective we. Does that mean that Take the Cannoli might stick together going forward? Because you guys proved you have such great chemistry.
Let's see. I'm not ruling anything out. I'm not going anywhere. Let's see what happens.
And I would be proud to manage them again.
Please.
Oh, and speaking of, you actually have a singles tournament coming up.
I do. And
you're facing not exactly a slouch. You're facing Marc Andreyko.
I've known the Android for many, many years.
Starting out with
what a matchup. Holy
round
shit.
one.
And his brain's very scary. So I look forward to
I did
showing
not
up
know
and seeing what
this.
happens.
That's amazing.
Absolutely. I don't know if you know this. You have something on your shirt, so you might want to take care of
That's
that.
from today. It was a little bloody out there.
Not our opponent's blood, but someone else's. So sorry about that.
Oh, God. Well, guys, it was awesome seeing you compete, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
Thank you.
And we're back with the Harris brothers. Guys, I think that's safe to say that you just pulled up one of the biggest upsets in this tournament. John, welcome, first of all, to the league.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Most people, I think, they come in their first time, the lights get to them, they get a little sweaty out there. And after round one, it seemed like you really kind of settled into it.
Yeah, I only get sweaty around the last 20 minutes of The Silence of the Lambs or any demi film. But this was a breeze. I was able to sit it and take it, and I'm really not too concerned going forward.
I really think it's the importance of preparation and education. It's something that I think the Schmoedown does not have enough of. People staying up late the night before, partying hard, and not taking this seriously as they would any other item in their curriculum.
I was shocked there was not a single question from before 1984. I did not get a question about Sturgis, John, or Preston.
Tragic.
And I gotta say, Take the Cannoli was no slouch. There was a lot of back and forth in this match. Were you getting a little hot under the collar out there?
I mean, you know, you always want to perform at the peak level that you can. You always want to, you know, impress everybody with your knowledge base. Take the Cannoli certainly seemed to have some knowledge about what they were doing in the Schmoedown. Seems to have seen some films from at least the 90s and the current era, at least. You know, it was an intense battle, but I was always confident that we would pull it out in the end.
Were you surprised at all the difficulty of your round 2 questions?
I was a little bit surprised about the number of films with computer-generated imagery in them, but once we got down to the meaty plot of the films, of Samuel L. Jackson getting mauled by a shark, I was confident that we would be able to win going forward.
The real highlights of his oeuvre, I felt like. I was glad that we were able to focus on that at the end of the round.
He also gets eaten by a shark in 1998's The Red Violin.
True. How true.
That's true.
Who knew?
Oh my God.
So anyways, I have to ask the obvious question. Where does this leave JTE?
JTE is recuperating from his injuries. Obviously, we wish him all the best. I've sent a wreath to his hospital room where he's recovering. But I think for this tournament, Jonathan, our visiting professor, has come in. It's been an impressive show. I think we want to continue on our current path. I think we want to see the semester through, and I think we will compete together for the rest of the tournament.
I'm proud to have achieved tenure with you.
Yes, I agree.
All right. Well, next match, you're going to be facing Andreyko and Sneider. And Jesus Christ. One interview without crashing.
Sorry, I just wanted to size them up, Jen, because, you know, I don't know who they are. I've heard of the Coen brothers. I've heard of the Sisters brothers. But who are the Harris brothers? I mean, John, Lon, who's the third one? Moron?
A worthy dig. Is this a prop from some sort of Michael Bay film where he is measuring penis length?
I don't know. Are you guys professors at the University of Phoenix?
Come up with a rhyme that was just one syllable. It would have worked a lot better. Lon, John, Con, Don, something like that. It's supposed to go like multiple syllables.
Don't put him through the ringer. He'll ruin the whole curve.
It's like a little break from cinema linguistics.
John, you impressed me today. You played very well. But Lon, you wouldn't even be here if JT hadn't gotten injured. Who knows how many words he would have mispronounced today? You're very lucky.
Your former teammate in nationalism, JT. I'm shocked to hear you turn on him.
I knew how to corral
You came up with the brown shirts together as co-nationalists. And now here you are, you're dismissing him. How cruel.
Listen,
I would never do that to a teammate.
Congratulations on your victory today. Mr. Andreyko and I look forward to sending you back to whatever junior college you guys come from.
Your partner who draws the funny books. Yes, I understand.
Yes, salutations. Yes, indeed.
Well done.
Ouch. Draws the funny books.
Just 1 week, Christian. I would just love to not be crashed.
Can we get some security in here? I should be allowed to finish my lecture.
The Cronenberg crash, not the Paul Haggis trash.
Please.
Oh, this is Italian.
Yes. You were studying in Milan.
Yes, De Sica used to make these for me. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, look at that. I mean, the confidence with the Harris brothers is there, and they said basically we
Jen, I just want you to know, we love you here at Dedicated Art.
Drew McWeeny obviously upset, but looking to go into that singles tournament.
We do, Jess.
Brianne Chandler basically saying she had her fun, and Brianne has been first before the match.
I don't know this man.
You guys how important Patreon is. I can tell you how important.
I don't know
Brianne
this man next to me.
Is to our Patreon and everything she does and all the interactions. So. Thank you guys to all the teams here today, and I don't know, that odd couple match between Andreyko and Sneider or now the Harris brothers, I don't know.
Certainly one to watch because the Harris brothers did not luck into this. They didn't get a nice category that served them well in round 2, and they were able to eke out a victory. They won this thing. They came to play, and they're going to come to play the odd couple, so they better prepare. And I think that's going to be one of the more anticipated matches all of a sudden in this Anarchy tournament. I mean, I don't know which way that one's going to go. It's anybody's guess as to who's going to take this entire tournament, but the Harris brothers' name should be mentioned in the list of contenders.
Well, the Harris brothers are your winners today, and you guys are the winners also. Thank you so much for contributing to the Patreon. I cannot tell you
how important it is and how it keeps us going. I put a big post in the Movie Trivia Schmoedown page a couple of weeks ago of how crucial it is and the things that we're going to be doing in the future and how it is really. I want you guys to be able to see when you see all these new things happening, the new editors, the new writers, the new things that we've been doing here, and as this thing grows, the more live events we do, I want you guys to look and go, that's because of me. I was able to do that. I contributed to that. You are helping us grow. We are giving you more and more in these tiers to make sure that it is the matches hopefully themselves are worth it, but then there's other things inside of those tiers that we want to make it worth it for you guys. So join today if you're not, and help us grow this thing to another level.
It was very well written by you. Only 2 grammatical errors that I'd known, and improvement for you. It was an impassioned response and letting people know that the Patreon is there for your support should you want to do so. You can always join the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page and check out the Schmoedown Rundown wherever you select your podcast to listen to, at the gym, on the go, or in the bathroom. For Christian Harloff, my name is Marc Ellison. I guess we'll see him next time, partner. We just been handed a note.
No, it's a cannoli. Oh. That's what they do. You take the cannoli.
I don't actually do the cannolis.
Okay, Case. So scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you right now?
I am ecstatic. I cannot believe that actually happened. Because I thought I was...
Because I told you it would.
No, that's true. No, like, I was prepared for my bracket to be busted, and I would be okay with that. But it continues to live. And we're... one more match in round 2, and then we're on to the semifinals. That means that we're getting close to finishing that bracket, and that would be very nice to actually. This would be my redemption for the 2016 singles tournament, where the only pick that I had wrong was Harloff over Roca. Otherwise, I would have had that one correct. Anyway, this was a great match. I was scared. I was entertained. I laughed. I almost cried. This was awesome. What were your thoughts, Chris?
I really don't have much else left to say. I think that, believe it or not, I don't see. Now I genuinely don't see Andreyko and Sneider moving on.
Oh, okay.
I think Harris Brothers will go to the finals.
Well, that's a good possibility, but you're the wrong one with the wrong bracket. I'm the one with the right bracket so far, and I have Sneider and Andreyko winning the next match, even though at this point it could be either. I know that the Harris brothers, they've shown today that they can beat the best, because seriously, McWeeny and Chandler are some of the best players, one of the best teams in this tournament, and I think they were a little flustered by some of the questions, especially in round 2. You take 80s, which of course is a strength, but still, that might not be it might not pay off, and we've seen that a little bit. Yeah, we've seen that happen a little bit too often recently. So yeah, it happens. I'm just very happy that we're gonna get the semifinal that I predicted, the Odd Couple versus the Harris brothers. I can't wait for it, and I cannot wait for the next quarterfinal. Oh my god, that is going to be something next week, and the title match next week. Holy shit! Next week, both matches are. Yeah, those are some matches, all right. I can't wait. Any thoughts on next week and what's coming up?
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Because
I will save a certain saying for a certain someone on a certain day.
Yes, you will.
So until then, you guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Stardust at Skywalker Doman. You guys can follow this very channel dedicated to art on Twitter and Instagram at D2A Channel. Like us on Facebook. And you can follow my band Silver Nightfall at Silver Nightfall.
And you can find me listening to Chris talk like this all day, every day. Right here on Dedicated to Art. No, I kid. This is stupid. You can follow me on Twitter at Dutch Movie Guy, on Facebook, Case Cornelis, and yes, like the video, comment on it, share it if you want to, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you next week, I guess, for the other matches. Take care.